Heal thyself. Thankfully, it doesn't take up a lot of blood to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, it doesn't really heal that much either. It's just so slow. Oh. Oh, shit. Perfect. I need to replenish my blood supply anyway. Oh, he died. Any other surprises? Yep. Really, I can't open doors like this? What kind of shit is that?
I'm surprised you can't just like pass through it.
Yeah, I know. Legacy of Kain style. Where'd this fucker go? No survivors. Oh, so that's how it works. I was wondering why my stun hits differed.
Mm-hmm.
The more I stun them,
Is it all on stamina?
Well, no. The more I stun, the more resistant they become to it after they recover from it. Because he did only require 2 hits, and then after that, he required 3. Alright, so now that we got that done, let's see where... I think Tippets is at the front of the hospital. Oh, wait, what the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. Let's go talk with Tippets and his death of a patient.
Let's see how that goes.
Yes. And still gotta deal with Milton Hooks and his little... Oh. Ah, here we go. It's not letting me investigate.
Why not? Is it saying anything?
Oh, there we go.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
That's kind of bleak now, isn't it?
Kinda is under. That was like darker than black.
Yep. He and Orber intended to take his own life. Well, at least I found that little eavesdropping section. Yeah, I still need to talk to Milton here about his extracurriculars.
The patients are not fools. They know.
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Oh, depends on what you mean by good.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Oh boy. Somebody's not keeping up with their practice.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed the body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
That's it? Well, that's kind of anticlimactic now, isn't it?
I think more will come later on.
Probably. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Ooh, what's that? My good. Oh, I was gonna say my drugs.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives.
So what do you think? Call him out on it?
Did you talk to the nurse yet?
About his extortion?
No, about whatever she wanted, the task that you needed to complete.
Goodbye, Milton.
What nurse are you talking about?
Dorothy Crane.
Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked.
Yeah, let's not waste the people's time.
Alright, fair enough. Power to the people. Oops. Where is she? No.
She's the Y on your map.
Oh yeah, that's true, but it's not exactly giving me... Ah, there she is.
But in the circumstances...
I was gonna say, it's not giving me clear directions.
Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Oh boy. Diseases. Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. A rat in the hospital. Oh, really?
Yeah, let's find out more about that.
Which one?
A rat in the hospital.
Will do.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My
Wait.
throat hurts too
Huh?
much.
I suppose that this pain is the
Yeah.
reason
Can I
you're
help?
here.
No.
Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least
Which
tell
is
me
it?
your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Ah, this is the patient.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have
Now
my
let me feed on
gratitude
you.
for that.
Blah, blah, blah.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Well, unfortunately, I'm pressing the matter.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
Side mission.
That can wait.
I know.
You can
And
trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only
Report you
concern
to the authorities for what?
I guess I
Taking
should thank you
suicide
then.
illegal now?
I have no idea.
I have to go now,
At
sir.
that time.
But
I don't
don't
know.
hesitate to contact me if
It
you
just
need
reminds
any
me of
help.
that one scene from Judge Dredd
Waste your time with me.
between Sylvester Stallone character and Rob Schneider's.
Which one? There were many.
Like their first encounter, where he told Schneider that he could have gone out the window to avoid being involved with the block war, and he's like, what was it? 30 citizens' blood will provide you. Citizens of your mesmerized level below and choose wisely. There's nobody of my mesmerized level around here. They're all higher. I'm a fledgling
Well,
vampire.
That's because you aren't following the story.
True.
You're talking to everybody instead of like
Actually progressing the story.
letting the character progress. He's not growing.
Fair
He
enough.
is now, but
Fair enough.
you're,
Stop crying.
You're still getting the hang of the controls, which is great.
This
Like
is
that
true.
Fight. It's good.
Thank you. But yeah, he's like 30 floors. That would have been suicide, maybe, but it's legal. It's just like, well, okay then.
It's legal. I like that.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Oh, are we about to recite Hamlet?
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
Why are you looking
I
at
wish I could
us
share
and not
your
him?
enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The
Well, I'm
world's
glad
most
you're
eminent
happy about it.
specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Not so much. I'm a living paradox.
That song now,
Which one?
the one that's playing,
Oh yeah.
I actually enjoy it.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Ah, you're a specimen. Yay!
Yeah, seems like it.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please.
Or lack thereof.
Go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
Who do I have to kill?
Or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence.
I know that name too.
If revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Sent the wrong person on that mission.
Oh, hey now.
Delicate. What?
I could be delicate if I want to. I'm just not very good at it. Let's see. I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the doctor of Thoreau, Strickland, and Harvey Fiddick. Let's see, Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistake he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. That's probably going to be another issue we gotta deal with. And look, it's Ackroyd. Arrogant prick. Alright, rat in the hospital. Taking care of business. Do-do-do.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Oh, this person. Oh, she wasn't here earlier, but oh well.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Yep.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Oh, hey. Look who it is.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
It was only 2 nights ago. I feel played.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our
keeping count.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Plot twist.
What a twist. Blah blah blah. But here is my predicament with that. Why do you need my help to take care of that? Number one. And number 2, I get the feeling that Swansea wants to be turned.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Oh, of course, give me that ultimatum, which will be dealt with in the next video, because unfortunately we're running out of time for this one. I'm sorry that this is a fairly slow pace, but I will do as my brother has suggested and eat shit. Fuck yourself, number 1. And I will stick primarily to the main story part of these videos to progress the story further and keep you more entertained. So I apologize for the fuck yourself. Alright, we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.